loss. He had only dropped 3 matches. So again, a guy that's going up against the best each and every day in Russia, and he has performed well on the international circuit. NAIFONOV, Russian Wrestling Federation, DAULETBEKOV, Kazakhstan. We are moments away from gold with David Taylor and Hassan Yazdani, a matchup that the whole world is waiting for. That's coming up next.
Watch the arm drags of DAULETBEKOV. Does a great job of clearing the weapons by going drag, pulling that arm across, and then he'll go to a second attack from that arm drag. The hand fighting you can see under there is a wrist roll, beautiful wrist roll by NAIFONOV, and was able to take his attack to the legs. Kind of over ties on the wrist and rolls it out and is able to go to either side on the attack. And that's the little game that we don't necessarily see all the time, is in the trenches, that hand fighting that goes on. DAULETBEKOV was gaining that underhook and says, let me see if I can go a little throw by here.
This is a situation with NAIFONOV, and you go back to that run we were talking about. His only losses are to the top 2 wrestlers in this weight with Taylor and Yazdani. So you have those two, and then you just have this NAIFONOV who's trying to crack the elite, and he's right on the doorstep of getting them. He's just not figured out a way to get past the top 2.
And like you said, about 50% of our Olympic athletes are wrestling here. But you know that at home he was thinking, yeah, I want to beat them one day, but boy, it would be nice for them not to be there, just to put me at the top of the podium.
Shot clock underway, 20 seconds and counting. Chance maybe for NAIFONOV to grab the 1-point lead here. DAULETBEKOV being steered by the left arm, left side underhook, so he tries to dial up the cross leg attack, and he just kind of got sucked into the trap there by NAIFONOV.
He did. Got really extended. Difficult to shoot into the weapon, and he tried to cross grain into the underhook of NAIFONOV and really just got himself long and out of position. That was an easy 2 for NAIFONOV in that situation because his hips weren't underneath of him. The horns are already starting to blow for the next match.
They might not stop blowing all week the way Iran is wrestling.
Oh, my goodness.
We're going to hear those in our dreams for the next couple of weeks. If you ever sleep at night, you're still adjusting to the 7-hour difference.
6-7 hour difference is difficult to sleep.
2-0 here in the first. A little more than a minute, or I should say a little less than 20 seconds to go in this opening period. The too late from NAIFONOV has been it. Very calculated match between these 2 wrestlers.
Go to that interlocking finger grip. The referee will probably say in a second, no fingers, he does.
And they go to their corners with the Russian Wrestling Federation on top, 2-0. Just kind of setting the stage for the gold medal matchup coming up. It will be the 4th all-time meeting with Taylor of the U.S. and Yazdani of Iran, and Taylor with a 3-0 edge, but it seems like every time it's getting a little bit closer and closer.
Absolutely. And the first period has always been close, and what Taylor's been able to do is really close the matches out. Yazdani typically has the power in that second period, but David Taylor's been able to step up in the matches and close out at the end of matches and win in spectacular fashion like he did at the Olympic Games. Very difficult to beat somebody close 4 times in a row, but it can be done.
As you're watching around the world, whether it's the day, morning, or evening, that is our very next match coming up. The gold medal bout at 86. One more bronze to be determined here, Russia with the lead.
And NAIFONOV, both of these wrestlers very comfortable in that under-over position. NAIFONOV went to that deep underhook, and you saw DAULETBEKOV bring his hindquarters back and put his head in the pocket right next to the neck of NAIFONOV so that NAIFONOV couldn't throw that underhook by. Great position and change of position for DAULETBEKOV to not give up bad position.
Nafonov trying to find that leg. Still had control of the head as he spun around. Good job there by DAULETBEKOV. Circling his way, just kept moving underneath.
Kind of a peek out. Was able to rotate his hips to the far side.
Concerned look from Kazakhstan in the corner. Have not been able to find any type of offense. Really nothing close as far as threatening Nafonov.
Nice left-hand head pull by Naifonov. He's really winning in the trenches here with his head position and his hand position, not giving DAULETBEKOV an opportunity to score. And then taking just enough attacks like that, where he's not creating any bad position or risky position so that he can score.
And really what he's doing is he's initiating the action. Yeah, there you go. It has been Nafonov doing enough, like you said. Pressure on the head, and then he's been swiping down low on a couple of occasions, looking for the attack, and he is rewarded as they put DAULETBEKOV on the clock. Good job there by the referee to reward the more aggressive wrestler.
Right, and you like to see that, even at 2-0, where sometimes they'll put the whistle away completely, but DAULETBEKOV's not getting it done, and Naifonov is making the attacks.
Well, it's only a 3-point deficit, but boy, look at this. All of a sudden, DAULETBEKOV comes in on that low shot. The point was given as the passivity clock ran out. But now we get our real first scramble situation. And a stalemate is called. So a close near miss for DAULETBEKOV.
Right, and Nafonov rubber-kneed, turned the corner. And again, kind of like the crotchless position, he was able to get DAULETBEKOV's shoulder out from behind his knee to the outside so that he could rotate around and not give up bad position. He actually won the position by pushing and pulling on DAULETBEKOV's head.
Little over-under, maybe a throw coming from DAULETBEKOV, but Nafonov too strong, able to shield it. 15 seconds. Now Nafonov comes right in on him into that high crotch area. Coming over the top is DAULETBEKOV. Doesn't have a lot of time.
Great way to not get crotch lifted there is to get your head behind the knee and posture up.
One final thrust by DAULETBEKOV, but it's not in the cards. He runs out of time, and Russia has another medal here in this opening medal round competition, and it's Artur Nafonov with his second bronze medal in as many months. An Olympic bronze in Tokyo, and now a world bronze